The quiet house was about to speak.
And we braced for what would follow.
The unraveling had begun.
The silence was ending.
Or destroy us.
We could only hope it would set us free.
The truth was coming and nothing could stop it.
And so did I.
The house waited, breathless, for the secret to break.
I knew the day was coming when everything would change.
The silence was a living thing and it was suffocating us.
The ancestors would not let us rest until the truth was free.
We were a family haunted by what we could not say. The world outside saw mourning. Inside, we lived with fear.
I watched my family unravel, each of us caught in the web of one tragic mistake. The truth pressed in, demanding to be spoken.
My mother, Essie, tried to hold us together. She built a wall of silence around Adawa, shielding her with desperate love. She cleaned the evidence, coached Adawa, lied to the police and family, believing she was saving her child. But she was trapping her in a prison of silence. The investigation split. Police followed facts. Nana Kwame sought spiritual balance. Both paths led back to our sorrowful house. The silence was breaking. The weight of secrets was too much to bear. It was only a matter of time before the wall my mother built would come crashing down.
The police came, asked questions, saw only grief. But the ancestors saw unrest. Nana Kwame, the diviner, said the spirits demanded truth.
The air in our small house in Kumasi had grown heavy, a silence thick with secrets. My father, Kofi, was gone. The report said sudden sickness, but whispers haunted us. My sister, Adawa, moved like a ghost, her hands trembling with guilt. She had tried to help our father's cough with a remedy but used the wrong leaf, a poison. After the funeral, condolences and prayers could not mask the truth festering beneath our roof. Adawa's guilt was everywhere. She scrubbed pots raw, avoided mirrors and our mother's gaze.
And we did not wait alone.
Now we waited for what would come next.
We had survived the storm of truth.
The fear was still there, but so was hope.
And we would face it together.
We had chosen honesty, whatever the cost.
The hardest part was over. The rest was in the hands of others.
We waited for judgment, uncertain but unburdened.
One that would test the strength of our family and our community.
The truth had set us on a new path.
But for the first time we could breathe.
The next steps would decide our fate.
We were finally free from the secret, but not from the consequences.
The silence was broken, replaced by weeping and relief.
The law had its rules, but in that room, the human heart spoke louder. The truth was out, raw and painful, but it was out.
The officers listened, their faces softening. They saw not criminals, but a family broken by tragedy.
The words shattered the room. My mother broke down, clinging to Adawa. It was an accident. She only wanted to help. Please don't take my child. My mother confessed how she found Adawa, cleaned the cup, hid the leaves, desperate to protect her child. The confession was for the police, for us, for my father's memory, a release of the poison that had infected our family.
I couldn't bear the silence. The lie was suffocating. I saw my mother's sacrifice, her fear, and knew I couldn't let her carry this alone. It was me.
Adawa hadn't eaten in days. She sat, hollow-eyed, as the police returned with a lab report, poison from a local plant. Their questions were sharp now, suspicion thick in the air. My mother repeated the story of sudden illness, her voice steady but her hands clenched.
The day the truth broke was hot and still.
The mango tree stood witness to our truth.
Whatever happened, we would face it as one.
The community was with us.
And for the first time, we felt less alone.
We waited together for the verdict.
The moment of judgment had come.
The village held its breath.
We trusted them to see our hearts.
The elders' wisdom would shape our future.
We hoped for mercy and for a chance to make things right.
Our fate would be decided beneath the mango tree.
The old ways and the new were about to meet.
The community watched, hoping for a path forward.
We waited, hearts pounding for their decision.
The elders listened, weighing not just facts, but the sorrow and responsibility. They prepared to judge not with retribution, but with healing.
My mother explained her actions. She acted out of fear, trying to save what was left of our family. She asked for forgiveness for hiding the truth.
I told my story again, this time to the elders who'd known me since childhood. I spoke of my love for my father, my mistake, my remorse. I asked for judgment, not pity.
The meeting was held under the great mango tree, not in a courtroom. The family, elders, and police gathered, tradition and law side by side.
The police didn't handcuff Adawa. Inspector Mensah, who knew village ways, suggested the elders meet before the law decided. Justice here was about healing, not just punishment.
And the village would move forward, together.
The law and the land had spoken.
The healing could finally begin.
The community would remember this day.
The future would be shaped by both old and new.
Justice had found a new form beneath the mango tree.
The sentence would mend, not break.
The state and the elders stood united.
The judgment was set, a path forward for all.
The community would heal, not just punish.
The law was satisfied, and so were the ancestors.
The two worlds wove together, creating a new kind of justice.
Let the punishment bring life, not more sorrow.
A hybrid solution took shape, justice that honored both tradition and law. Adawa would serve her sentence in the community, working at the clinic for 3 years. The family would provide a cow and grain for a reconciliation feast. Cleansing rituals would restore spiritual balance.
I suggested the state could accept community service as the sentence, if it was formalized.
Nana Aqua spoke. The law wants punishment, but will that heal? Our way restores what's broken. The elders proposed restitution, rituals, and community service for Adawa.
I explained the law, manslaughter, prison, prosecution, but I also said we'd listen to the elders' wisdom.
After the confessions, silence fell. The elders sat with the story, letting it settle as the sun dipped low.
And we stepped onto it together.
The path to healing was open.
The community was whole again.
The ancestors were at peace.
Justice had been served, in the truest sense.
The village would remember this day.
The healing could begin.
The judgment was complete.
The future would be shaped by this wisdom.
The family would serve, learn, and teach.
The feast would close the social one.
The rituals would close the spiritual wound.
The community accepted the judgment.
Let this be a lesson for all. Justice can heal as well as punish.
The judgment turned shame into wisdom, punishment into healing. The sentence was a tapestry of accountability, hope, and restoration.
Isi, my mother, would counsel young mothers, sharing her story so others might learn from her mistake.
Nana Kwame explained the need for cleansing rituals to restore spiritual balance. The family would perform purification rites at the river and pour libations at the shrine.
Nana Aqua addressed Adawa. Your mistake was great, but your heart is not evil. Your punishment is to bring light to others. Adawa would work at the clinic for 3 years, learning from the herbalist, serving the community. The family would provide a cow, maize, and rice for a village feast, a gesture of humility and reconciliation.
The judgment was announced as a path forward, not a verdict. The story was no longer one of tragedy but of transformation.
For us and for our village.
The sentence of healing had changed everything.
And a new beginning.
We had found peace.
The past was not forgotten, but it no longer defined us.
We moved forward together.
The healing was real and it touched everyone.
We learned that justice can build, not just break.
The community grew stronger through our story.
Our family was restored, and so was our place in the village.
The sentence was not a punishment but a path to redemption.
We found hope in service, healing, and honesty.
The elders' judgment transformed us in the community.
We were no longer defined by tragedy but by how we healed.
My mother's meetings with young mothers turned her regret into wisdom for others. The sessions became a source of strength for the women of the village.
Tradition gave us a way to process pain that modern law could not.
I guided them through prayers anchoring their grief.
Pouring libation for my father was hardest, but it brought closure.
The rituals at the river and shrine brought peace, washing away guilt and fear.
The weight lifted. We were still mourning but no longer isolated.
Nana Aqua declared, "The debt is paid, the wound is closing, let us move forward in unity."
The Feast of Reconciliation was powerful. We served every villager seeking forgiveness and finding acceptance.
I began my service at the clinic, learning, working, and slowly earning back the village's trust. At first, people watched with suspicion, but I met their eyes with humility and worked tirelessly.
The days after judgment were different. The silence was gone, replaced by purpose.
The story of our healing will guide generations to come.
And we step into it together.
We have found a new dawn.
The ancestors are at peace.
The village is stronger for it.
Our family's journey is proof that justice can restore.
We turn tragedy into hope.
In our small corner of Ghana, we honor where we come from and where we are going.
Progress means weaving the past wisdom into the future.
The path to healing is long, but the scar is no longer an open wound. It tells a story of accident, love, and wisdom.
True justice is not just about punishment, but about mending what is torn. The Western system brings order, but tradition brings warmth and humanity. By weaving both, we found a solution more just than either alone.
The partnership between elders and law has built a bridge between old and new, showing justice can heal a community.
Our story has become a lesson for the village, a testament to justice that heals.
Today is July 3rd, 2025. Nearly a year since the judgment, our house is quiet with peace, not secrets. I still work at the clinic. I am respected, valued, and carry my father's memory as motivation to do good.